My name is Mark Coburn. I'm a postman, work here in Glasgow. I'm doing a bike ride which is essentially a fundraiser for Yes Scotland. I've always been interested in long distance cycling. I'm an avid watcher of the Tour de France and the Giro d'Italia. So I thought, could I do something that would... I wanted to do something which was unique to the Yes campaign. So I thought, why don't I do a long distance bike ride? I'm going from Rome, essentially up the coast to Pisa, on to Geneva, up to Milan. I'm taking the train from Milan to Turin. Then I'm going from Turin through the Alps to Lyon, up to Paris via Dijon and Auxerre, taking the train from Paris to London, and then starting from London and going up to Glasgow. And I arrive in Glasgow on the 25th of May, George Square. Businesses for Scotland are funding my accommodation and some of my equipment, like for example phone and GPS system. I will have a Yes Scotland Facebook page and there'll be updates every day. There'll be picture updates on Twitter, there'll be picture updates on Facebook, all that sort of stuff. So as soon as I finish at midday, first call is to the wife to say I'm okay, it's fine, I arrived safe and sound. Then it will be up, and then it will be all the information will be updated about that day and all the rest of it. It'll be put on Twitter and put on Facebook, so that people will know that I'm okay. The bike is standard, but there are modifications. For example, seat size, frame size, just everything measured to my specific shape. I've been training on a bike which is just under 14 kilos. It's a racer which is 14 kilos, which is it's got a bit of weight and it's almost like a very light mountain bike. So I've deliberately been training on that so that when I come onto this other bike, it just goes faster, so that I can sort of expend less energy and get there quicker. The fundraiser works in a very simple way, that instead of fundraising to the central Yes campaign, we use the fundraiser to fundraise local campaigns. Somebody goes onto the Indiegogo page and they want to donate, say, 50 quid. They can then donate that 50 quid to a local Yes group, and there'll be a choice of Yes groups throughout Scotland. It is imperative that the money goes to the local Yes campaigns. You will have a list, there will be a choice of local campaigns. For example, here we have Yes Kelvin, there's also Yes Shettleston, there's Yes Caithness, there's Yes Edinburgh North, that sort of thing. So you can go into the Indiegogo page and then you can choose your local Yes campaign and opt to give them money. And I feel that this is much more important because the Grassroots campaign is where we're going to win this. The people who give me money are the ones who are actually getting it back. I'm getting nothing out of this except a pair of sore legs. I'm fluent in Italian. I studied it at university. I've got friends who live in Rome, I've got friends who live in Florence, I've got in-laws in Milan, I've got friends who live in Turin as well, and I've got friends who can put me up in Lyon and Paris, and I've also got friends in London as well. So it's not as if I'm stranded and I'm on my own with no contact with anybody for the next 4 weeks. I'm meeting people that I know and I've known for quite some time, so it's going to be good seeing them again. I don't want to meet people from the Lega Nord or any of the Italian independence movements because they're different and they're also right wing. And I would stress that this campaign that we're having is broadly a working class left wing movement, which is different from what they're having. Having started canvassing 2 years ago, people like independents don't want to talk about it. Last year it was like, I don't really want to talk about it. Now you're getting to the stage where people actually now want to talk about it. They're ready to talk about it. The word independence, the fear of the word has gone. And I think that's part of it. I think that when you look at the idea of having a long campaign, it's to actually remove the fear, the abject fear, the fear that actually shouldn't be there anyway, and all the rubbish, and discard all the rubbish so that people can actually, it's like planting a seed. You know that it's not going to flower within the space of 2 minutes. You've got to give it time before it fully flowers. And when it does, that's when you actually see the difference that it makes. That's when you say, right, I understand what this is now. But people are starting to find, because their families are talking about it, because their friends are talking about it, because you can even hear conversations walking past you in the street, like we've done, like it's happened on a couple of occasions where you think, oh, I know what they're talking about. It changes things because it's now becoming a conversation that's in the atmosphere. It's in the media. People are now attaching themselves to social media more than they are mainstream media, which is great. And so they're starting to pick up information that they wouldn't have done otherwise. The Yes campaign will definitely step up. The whole point about the fundraiser, the grassroots activism, is the fact that more and more people are coming out who are not interested in party politics, who are not party aligned, which is great, perfect, because it means that they're going into the doorsteps with no agenda, no previous agenda, which is great. And so you're getting more and more people just adding themselves to the campaign who wouldn't normally do this, and so therefore it's just naturally expanding. And when that happens, it means that more people are obviously involved, more people can obviously do different things, they can sell different messages, they can talk to people in different ways. And I just, that sort of natural spread is what's eventually going to win it for us, because the Better Together campaign, they don't have that. The last leg that I'm doing is from Dumfries to Glasgow. What I want to do is to set up something with Yes Dumfries the day before on the Saturday when I arrive, so that we can actually get a bit of campaigning done. Do you know what I mean? So we can go doing a bit of canvassing, because canvassing is what I really like doing. And then on the Sunday, I can leave maybe about say 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, get into Glasgow for 3 o'clock. Hopefully we can have a massive meet up in say Glasgow Green with other cyclists, all with Yes kit on, so that we can then just do the final mile. But please, 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 get canvassing, get campaigning, and please fundraise, because this is your money going into your local campaign. It's absolutely crucial that the local campaigns get funded for this, because without them, we're not going to win this. And if they can have enough funds to get additional materials, even a campaign base or whatever it needs, whatever it takes, then all the better, because we really, really need to get this going. And we're going to have a massive party in George Square on the 25th. So please, if you want to come along, please do so. Come along, and we're going to have a great time, that's for sure.